This is a little video on practice problem 3 from section 5.1. So in this particular problem, we are being asked to go ahead and find three exponential functions given the information that has been presented. The first one is in tabular form. And so what we need to do is find out what a is equal to and what b is equal to. So what is a equal to and what is b equal to? Because once we've got that, then all we got to do is plug it into the form up here, f of x equals a times b to the x. Okay, so first off, let's quickly review what f of 0 is going to be equal to. So f of 0 is going to be a times b raised to the 0th power. Well, anything raised to the 0th power is 1, so that just gives us back an a. So in other words, f of 0 is equal to a. In other words, the ordered pair 0, comma a, you can just come in and read a right out of that ordered pair. So using that right here, what we notice then is a has got to be equal to 4. All right, now how do we find b? Well, to find b, the definition of an exponential function is that the common ratio between successive terms remains constant. In other words, if I take the ratio between 8 and 4, that's got to be the same as the ratio between 16 and 8. And sure enough, it is, right? I mean, if we take 8, divide that by 4, we get back 2. Take 16, divide that by 8, we get back 2, which means that that ratio remains constant. Another way of thinking about it is to get from 2 to 4, I multiplied by 2. To get from 8 to 16, I multiplied by 2, using the x in this case to indicate multiplication. So what that tells me is that my base is equal to 2. So therefore, f of x is equal to 4 times 2 raised to the x. All right, so we're given ordered pairs again, but we're given to them in a table form. Excuse me, not in a table, but in a set form this time, in part B here. So again, using our logic about f of 0 is equal to a, then we know in this particular problem, we know that, again, a is going to be that first ordered pair, so a is equal to 2. So now we just got to go find out what b is equal to. So I'm going to go grab my calculator because I'm not feeling so confident I can do this arithmetic in my head. So let's get the, sorry about that, let's get the cursor turned back on here so I can run the calculator. Okay, so clearing out the calculator here. So let's take successive terms again in forms of ratio. So we're going to take 4.2 and we're going to divide that by 2. And that's going to get me 2.1, and then I'm going to take 8.82. And let's divide that by 4.2. And again, I get back to if I did it right, I would have got back the same thing. Let's go ahead and fix that. Part of the problem with using this calculator that is on the computer is you don't have that tactile feel. You think you've hit a button and you might not have. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. 8.82 divided by 4.2. And yes, indeed, that does come out to be equal to 2.1. Okay, so what that tells me is, get the calculator out of the way here, is that my b is equal to 2.1. So I'll get the pen turned back on here. So b is equal to 2.1. So that tells me that what? F of x is equal to 2 times 2.1 raised to the x power. Okay, now the third way they've given us the function is graphical. Okay, so instead of a set of ordered pairs or a table, they give it to us graphically, but we can read ordered pairs off of the graph. Therefore, we can do it just like we did a and b. In particular, we see this ordered pair right here. That's the ordered pair 0, 1. So let's go ahead and write that down here. So the first ordered pair we know is on this function is 0, 1. And we come over to here, we're at 1, 2, aren't we, right? So that's the ordered pair 1, 2. And we come over here, and that ordered pair is like, oh, that's at what? That's, they even get a hint by putting the 4 up there for us, right? That's at 2, 4. Okay, so by grabbing those ordered pairs off of there, we can see again that a here was going to be equal to 1. And then if we take a look at the ratio, well, to get from 1 to 2, we multiplied by 2. To get from 2 to 4, we multiplied by 2. So b, again, is going to be equal to 2 here. And so that tells us that f of x is equal to 1 times 2 raised to the x. But it's obviously not necessary to put that 1 in there. So this is just f of x is equal to 2 to the x. Either of these would have been acceptable. Okay, well, hopefully that helps. If not, let me know, and I will shoot it again.